It's pretty damn bad. It's much worse than I expected. I mean, I've been writing about climate change for 40 years. I always knew it was coming, and there were various scenarios for it, but we've just way underestimated how fast it was going to hit. These are the good old days of the 21st century. This is the hottest year ever recorded, but it's probably the coolest year of the 21st century. But we eventually realized it wasn't so much about composition as it was about cutting and pasting and kind of sampling. So, you know, sampling a lot of material and stuffing it into a text and rewriting it is, you know, considered it's really a moral problem now. I mean, many authors I know are like suing AIs for going and sampling their books, right, and just kind of mulching them. But when you know, we cyberpunks were involved in doing things along this line. Yeah, well, you know, that happens if you predict a lot of stuff or you write about the future. People become impressed, especially if you have a few lucky hits. And, you know, they think you're an astrologer or that you have, you know, demonic powers or something along that line. I mean, I've been writing about climate change for 40 years. I always knew it was coming, and there were various scenarios for it, but we've just way underestimated how fast it was going to hit. These are the good old days of the 21st century. This is the hottest year ever recorded, but it's probably the coolest year of the 21st century. I've predicted a lot of stuff that just didn't happen, you know. Like virtual reality and augmented reality, I've been a huge fan of that stuff for a long time. But people have been trying to build them for like 40 years. They've spent like literal tens of billions. And they're still kind of niche entertainments. I mean, they never became as big as television, movies, gaming. You know, strapping VR or AR onto your head is kind of like going to a thrill ride in a carnival, you know. It's like fun once. You don't spend all day on the same thrill ride, and you can't do business in there, you know. It's like, let's meet on the roller coaster and have a discussion about our new product release. You know, it just doesn't work really at all. I mean, it may be a genre like thrill rides, you know, and there are lots, you know. And they're thrilling. They're just not thrilling all the time, every day. I mean, we're sharing this environment with a lot of machines. Like how many recording devices are there in this building? You know, 20 years ago, we would have gone and counted them, and they would have been big cameras, and there would have been maybe 3 or 4. And now there's literally hundreds. And people probably don't even know if they're turned on or not. Yeah, well, you know, I mean, punk is a generational thing, right? And cyber is like something that your uncle would do now. It's not like a super exciting thing. You can't really go eat the same cake from 1987. I mean, it's just, no, you know, no, you can't do it that way. You could write a historical novel about 1987 if you wanted, you know, and it might be kind of interesting. I don't have any plans to do that.